Hey guys, what's up? It's Winnie here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we have another expectations versus reality, and we're going to be testing out the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD High Definition Long Wear Illuminating Foundation. That is the longest name for a foundation ever, but I have heard so much from you guys about this foundation. You've been wanting me to try it out, and I haven't been able to get my hands on it, but I randomly came across this when I was shopping. This was $7.99, and I did see online that it is available at Ulta, which I had no idea. That would have made it so much easier. So if any of you guys are looking for it, make sure to check your Ulta. I know that it is available online. And since I have it pulled up on my phone, I'm just gonna go ahead and read to you what the expectations of this product are, or what the claims are. It says LA Girl's High Definition Long Wearing Illuminating Pro Coverage Liquid Foundation is ideal for a flawless looking full coverage finish. Its lightweight formula is comfortable for all-day wear. It also has a paraben-free formula with added antioxidants that help hydrate and improve the skin's appearance. So that sounds amazing for this price point, for around $7 to $8. That's a lot of claims, especially because it is a full coverage and long-wearing foundation. So far I have really high expectations for this foundation. I've also seen and heard from some of you guys that you actually really like this product, so I'm really excited to try it out. Let's go ahead and just jump right into it. And I picked this up in the shade Natural, which I'm not sure if it's the right shade for me, but from the packaging, it looks like it could work. But I've never tried any other LA Girl foundation product before. The only thing I've ever tried from them is their little like squeezy concealer things that you see all over the place, and I do actually like those. So hopefully this foundation will also live up to the hype. And also on the packaging it says it's a medium to full coverage foundation. It has a smooth, long-wearing, flawless-looking finish. And it says to apply to the face with a sponge or brush, which I am going to use my damp beauty blender with it. And you guys know the drill. I do not have any face makeup on. I have a very light layer of moisturizer on, which I applied really early on in the day, so that should not affect the foundation. But I'm not going to use a primer. I'm going to use the foundation on its own. And I'm just going to open this up to make sure this is the right shade for me. Okay, it comes with a little pump, which is really handy. It makes it so much easier to use. I have a little bit of it on the back of my hand. I just want to see if it's gonna match. And I'm going to squirt a little bit more on the back of my hand. So this is pretty much like 2 pumps on the back of my hand. And I'm gonna zoom you guys in closer so you can see what's going on with my face. I know the camera and the lighting makes it hard to see, but it is a little bit red, especially around my like brow bone area and around my cheeks here. And then of course my under eyes are a little bit dark, but I'm gonna go ahead and dab the foundation all over my face first. This is just how I apply my foundation. So I'm gonna do one side first, and then we can compare on the other side. But I'm gonna blend it out with my beauty blender really quick. Seems like it blends really easily. It doesn't really have a scent to it at all either, which I like. Okay, that blended out really quickly and easily, and I want to say it's because the formula is really thin, but I actually think that this color is a pretty close match to my skin tone. So I'm liking how it looks so far, and this is just one thin layer of the foundation on this side. It looks very dewy right now, so I'm gonna give it a moment to set, but you can see the difference compared to no makeup. So you can see it gave me a little bit of coverage and it's evened out my skin tone. I actually like the coverage right now, so this is what I would normally probably apply, but you guys know I like to see how full coverage a foundation can build up to be, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply another layer after this kind of sets. It does make my skin look really smooth though because of that like dewy finish, but I'm curious to see if that's gonna go away or not. I've given it a few minutes and I feel like it still looks the same, maybe a little less shiny, but I'm gonna go ahead and just put another layer of foundation on. So the first layer I would say is a good medium coverage. I just want to see how the full coverage looks, and I'm just gonna blend it out with my beauty blender. So here is 2 layers of the foundation on compared to no makeup on the other side. I can definitely see a difference. I'm looking at it up close in my mirror and I really like the way it looks on my skin. So I am seeing that illuminating finish that it gives you, and it does make your skin look really nice and smooth. And I feel like 2 layers is pretty full coverage. I'm happy with the way this looks compared to the other side. And looking up close in the mirror, I don't see it emphasizing my pores or sinking into my fine lines or anything like that. So it looks really smooth and flawless overall. I'm very impressed. I'm gonna go ahead and apply it to the other side of my face, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like on. Okay, it is so dewy looking that I feel like I look really, really, really oily. I have dry combo skin, but this is like really shiny. Even on the other side where I've let it kind of set for a while now, it's still like pretty shiny. I'm gonna definitely need to set this because I'm not sure if I want my skin to look this dewy. But here is 2 layers of the foundation all over my face. I feel like it's given me really good full coverage. I like that it looks natural, but like I said, it's a little bit too shiny on my skin. I also feel like it's covered my dark circles really well where I don't think I would need concealer, but I do want to use concealer to brighten this area up because I do like that look. But I think it did a really great job at covering up everything on my face. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of Shape Tape concealer under my eyes. And I mean just a tiny, tiny bit. I don't want to go crazy with concealer because this is meant to be a full coverage foundation. And my eyes are a little bit more brightened up with the concealer. I definitely didn't need it for more coverage, but like I said, I like the look of it more brighter underneath my eyes. I am going to go in with my RCMA No Color powder now to set my face and the concealer because it still looks really, really shiny and dewy. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of that powder underneath my eyes where the concealer was. The setting powder made a huge difference. It's not nearly as shiny anymore. And I forgot to mention that before I set it with the powder, it left a really like sticky kind of tacky feel to my skin. So I didn't like that, and I definitely would recommend setting it. So here is the finished face up close. You guys can see how the other products that I put on top of it looks really, really flawless. It does give you a really smooth and flawless look to your skin. So I'm really happy with how it looks so far, and I'm just gonna zoom you guys out. The only thing that kind of concerns me with the foundation so far is the really dewy, shiny finish that it left on my skin, and also that like sticky feeling. And after setting the foundation, it definitely looks and feels a lot better, and it does claim to be a long wearing foundation, so I'm gonna wear it and do a check-in to see if it gets shiny throughout the day. I'm hoping it's gonna stay looking this way, but I will check back in a few hours and let you guys know. Okay, I'm back with a really quick update, and I totally forgot to tell you what time it was when I first applied the foundation, but it was around 3 p.m. and right now it is almost 6 p.m. You can't see the time, but it's 5:56. So give or take, it's been around 3 hours or so, and I've been outside. It's really like humid. It rained earlier, so now I'm just taking a closer look at the makeup and seeing how it looks. From afar, I feel like it looks perfect. Like nothing has changed, and it doesn't look like it's gotten shiny or anything, but up close, I feel like it still looks really, really good. I actually don't even see any like creasing where my smile lines are or like around my brows, and that's pretty impressive because I usually notice a little bit of patchiness or creasing around my nose and smile line, but everything looks really, really good right now. I will say though, once I stepped away from the lights and I went into my bathroom, I noticed that the foundation is actually like maybe one shade too dark for me. I said that it was a little bit too pink before, and I feel like on camera you can't really tell that much of a difference, and it looks like it could work. At least that's what I thought sitting in front of this light. When I stepped away, I noticed that you could definitely see where I stopped blending it from my neck like down. It just did not match my chest. I was sitting there blending the crap out of the foundation on my neck just downward so it would like kind of match my chest, because you can clearly see where like my neck is a little bit darker and then my chest is like really pale. But so far the foundation is looking and wearing really nicely, and it has been living up to its expectations. I'm gonna wear it for a few more hours and then I will give you guys my final thoughts at the end of the night. It is now 9:30 p.m. and it's been about 3 hours or so since I last checked in with you guys, and I actually went to an outdoor food tasting event. So I've been outside the entire time and I was feeling so sticky and so like hot because it's so humid outside. And I thought when I came home and looked in the mirror I would be really greasy and shiny. And I expected the foundation to be really splotchy. But I am so surprised because I'm looking at my mirror right here and the foundation still looks perfect. It is still perfectly intact everywhere, and even up close it looks really smooth and really flawless. I am seeing a tiny bit of shine come through right around my forehead, and that's where I normally get a little bit shiny in my T-zone, so I'm not really surprised to see that, especially because I was outside for such a long time. Even the makeup on top of the foundation still looks perfect. It looks like I just put it on, which I am super impressed with. It has worn really well throughout the day. I will say though, it is starting to feel a little bit like sticky and tacky again, kind of like when I first applied it. So I think setting it with a powder of some sort is definitely going to be key, because I don't like this feeling, and especially if you do have oily skin, because this could look really shiny. But after setting the foundation, I think it held up really well. It doesn't look too shiny whatsoever. Like I said, I only see a little bit of shine coming through around my forehead. So I have to say this LA Girl foundation definitely lives up to its expectations. It is very long wearing and it wore really well throughout the day. It is very illuminating if you want it to be. I prefer to set it because it was just a little bit too shiny for me, and it provided really good medium to full coverage. I have 2 layers of the foundation on and I feel like this is really good full coverage, and it feels lightweight on the skin. It is a little bit tacky, but like I said, if you set it, it should be okay. And I love the smooth, flawless finish of it. I think it's really pretty on. So I am very surprised at this foundation and the fact that it's only around $7 to $8. So thank you guys for suggesting this to me. I may have to look for a lighter shade, and I hope you guys enjoyed this expectations versus reality. Check out my other videos that I have down below, and don't forget to check out my links for my Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And if there are any other suggestions for products you want me to try out in my next expectations versus reality, please leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!